Want to see how I turned this into this? Then join me in my studio. Really gloomy day here. I found this in the garage and it was in our Goodwill pile, and we do need one for our own bathroom, so I thought I would bedazzle this. Our bathroom is kind of cream gold and a light blue. So I'm going to prime this and then come back. I'm going to do an acrylic pour over it. Then I'm going to bling it with some crystals and then resin it. It's primed, it's dry. I cleaned it with alcohol and acetone because it was really old and dirty. But it's going to be all gorgeous and blingy. The paints that I've mixed, I've got them all ready here in my little 5-ounce cups. I have Artist Loft Unbleached titanium. This is Sargent Art's acrylic metallic gold. The light blue was Artist Loft's light blue, but it's too much of a baby blue, so I actually added some Payne's grey into that to make it a little more grown up. Then I have Amsterdam acrylic Prussian blue. To this I added an pearlescent medium by Sargent Art, and then this electric blue is DecoArt's Dazzling metallic blue. And then in the titanium, in the unbleached titanium, I put some Artist Loft iridescent medium. So, and I've got all my bling ready for when it's dry to decorate it before I resin it. And in my bathroom, I have a fleur-de-lis in the center of the floor, so I think I'm going to put a fleur-de-lis on this as well. Okay, now I'm going to get my dirty pour ready. I have mixed 3 small dirty pours here, and I've got plenty of paint left. One of them just has the blues in it. So I'm going to begin in the corners, doing a little tree ring. And then I'm going to wander over. I masked off the inside of this, by the way, but I cut a hole in the middle because I don't want a whole puddle of paint gathering. Ooh, I like that gold. Put some more gold over here. I want it to be more blue and gold, dark blue and gold than any of the other colours. All right, let's do this one. I love doing these. They're just so different. They come out and they look amazing. I think it'd be a good idea actually to go around all these Goodwill stores and get tons of these tissue boxes, tissue holders. So I'm gonna try to cover all the sides. Ooh, that looks like almost like Payne's grey, but it is Prussian blue. Okay, and where it's not falling down the sides, just touch it with your fingers and it'll encourage the paint. I should have put this on that Lazy Susan, that good for nothing lazy person. But you'll just have to wait till it's dry and then I can take you around the sides. This is gonna be nice. Just touching up all the areas that need to get paint on it. Okay. On a side note, who's watched Handmaid's Tale? Oh my gosh! I just finished the second series. I did a binge watch on Hulu. How disturbing is that? My goodness, it actually gave me a nightmare one night. Okay, almost done. All right. Now I'm going to do another dirty pour cup with some gold. No, that's Penny. Penny. Oh, I will be back in a second. Back. That was the dogs going nuts because pest control are here, and we live in the country, so we had mice, and then, oh my gosh, the other day I was going down to our basement. A huge spider. So now we are getting all the spiders out in the basement, and we have a pretty big basement, and there are tons of places for it to come in. All right, so I had a blue base. I'm going to do I think I might just pour individual colours over now. So in like the corners. Yeah, it's pretty. And I think I do want more of that titanium. That's what I like, is when the colours drip over each other. Just a little bit. Like that. Nice. Interesting. The titanium's quite a bit thinner. Well, I did kind of jump a bit when I was as a gremlin. Bit of, I don't know what that is. Oh well. Yeah, I was mixing the paint. One of the dogs in with me, and she barked, and I nearly flew out of my seat, and I was just pouring water at the time, so it got a little bit runny. Okay. Oh, little gap here. Right, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to come back and bling it and then resin it. This turned out better than I could have ever imagined. It was interesting because I kept coming back and watching it, and it kept changing, and the blue from underneath kept like dripping down, if you can see. It started creating these patterns, and what I did do was I'd noticed I'd missed a little spot on this corner, so I did add some more of the Prussian blue, just a couple of streaks, and I absolutely love this. So now comes for the bling. I have Elmer's glue all in here. I'm going to sit it in the glue, and on the plate on the top, I'm going to pour my I cut glass around. Got these in Michael's. Actually, I was on Amazon Googling for something like this because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough, but I do have plenty. It's kind of hard to buy this sort of stuff on Amazon. You can get it, but you don't know how shiny it is or how big a bag you're going to get, because I've been really disappointed before on Amazon when I bought like mica powder and it turns up in like a 1-inch little baggie. Anyway, so first of all, I'm going to just make sure the bottom kind of 1/2 inch is coated in the glue all. I've also decided not to do a fleur-de-lis because it's kind of a busy, there's a lot of stuff going on this little gem here. And I think a fleur-de-lis would just be too much. So less is more sometimes. But I am going to do some bling. And then the last side. And once this is dry, this was purely just to kind of temporarily hold the cut glass in position, because then I'll pour resin on it and that nothing ain't gonna take it off then. Okay. I don't want any glass on the bottom because then it's not going to stand properly. So I'm just going to treat it like glitter. So now all the gems have completely dried. They're just being held in place. Eventually they'd fall off. I've also painted around the base with liquid leaf, classic gold. Well, now I'm going to balance it on here. I've masked the inside. I'm going to balance it on here, and when it stopped dripping, I'm going to take it off there and put it on a clean plastic sheet. I want to show you. So I made tons of these vases, and I'd already made hand painted the vases and resined them, but then I wanted to embellish around the top, so I was just putting resin around here, and I just sat them on the plastic sheet, and I don't know if you can see close up how neat the rim is. So that's what I'm hoping this will do, but I can't do that till probably for about 5 hours. Anyway, I don't need to do too much around here, just enough to cover the stones and the rim. And then that, hopefully not too much of that will drip over the bottle that's supporting it. go around the rim, let it drip between the stones. So this should be, it'll be ready by tomorrow, be finished by tomorrow. And this is Stone Coat's art coat. And really, I think resin isn't completely hard for at least 7 days. And to be honest, if I was making a piece for somebody, I don't think I would ship it before 2 weeks. Because, you know, it can still, you know, if something sharp were to touch it, it would leave an imprint. All right, those all covered. Maybe a bit here and there. I guess I should have put it on that Lazy Susan. Ooh, where is she? Where's that good for nothing Lazy Susan? Found it! Yes, because then I can control every side. All right, now we're in business. Just check that. Ooh, I'm just going to check that you can still see. So my video was off. What I did was I went round the bottom and I first coated all the stones with resin and went round with my finger underneath to cover the gold. And now, if there's any bits of resin missing, I then took my gloved hand and spread a very thin coat that had been dripping down over the toilet roll holder. So now that's done, tomorrow we will come back and hopefully it'll be all perfect. And here it is, it's finished. It's all dry. I'll turn it around for you. And I can't wait to put tissues in that and use it in my bathroom. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in my next vid.